Hello and how are you to all you sports lovers out there? My name is Robbie Gillette and welcome to episode 3 of the Keeping It Real with Robbie podcast, where we chat all things from the mental side of sport to stories, laughs and banter. Whether you're into the old pigskin or the old leather ball, we've got you. Today we have a light-hearted episode with DHL Stormers and DHL Western Province scrumhalf, my man and your favourite, Paarl de Wet. I hope you guys enjoy.
Robbie,
Lekker Pollas, hoe gaan dit bro?
what's up dude? Lekker en jy man?
Ja, alles is goed bro. Net 'n bietjie verveeld met die lockdown en genoeg gehad, maar ja,
Bro,
alles
is this fine like this?
ja, perfect.
Okay, cool.
Ja, net 'n bietjie verveeld en genoeg gehad met die lockdown, maar dit is wat dit is.
Ja,
Yes, dankie dat jy op my podcast deelneem. Dit gaan lekker
that's
wees.
cool. Ja.
So just before we get into the interview or the conversation, yeah, sorry, cheers as well. Cheers.
I want the water, bro.
Heavy night last night, or what? Vicky. So yeah, we decided just to have a very chilled conversation, have a bit of banter, and yeah. So before we get stuck in, I just want to get your feel of lockdown, and I know you're quite a keen fisherman, and you obviously haven't been able to do that. How's that been, and what are some of your favorite spots to fish at?
Bro, the lockdown, it's been alright though. Keeping busy with training a lot, and I'm still studying. Still got 3 subjects this year, so actually starting to learn the ropes on Excel a bit. It's quite tough actually for me. And then I started fly fishing a bit, bro, in the streets. So I'm learning that.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's cool, bro, but it's difficult if you don't have someone to teach you. So I'm watching a bit of videos and stuff. Yeah, but fishing. Yeah, mostly in Stilbaai, bro. You know where that is?
Yeah. Okay, so that's like the go-to spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna go to Namibia
Okay.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe December. Yeah,
So it's maybe on the bucket list. Hopefully, when this all flipping.
I want to. Yeah. And Mozambique.
So what are you studying, Paul?
Be agriculture.
Oh, lekker.
Yeah.
At Stellies, huh?
Stellies.
Okay. Awesome.
5 years, bro.
Sheesh. You waxing it, huh? So you've obviously been on quite a few fishing trips and must have some pretty funny stories about those. But I was wondering, do you have any stories you would like to share with us just about training, like funny or interesting stories that have happened at training that you thought were like, okay, I'll never forget this?
Bro, it's a bit difficult to tell a story without throwing someone under the bus.
Fair enough.
When it comes to socials and stuff like that. But cool story for me. My debut 2 years ago. My first year with the Stormers, and I think I was 3rd or 4th choice, and the Stormers just came back from tour.
Yeah.
So I didn't play. I was playing with a non-playing squad. We played a few warm-ups.
Okay.
That time, and I think it was Thursday, 15 March, and my birthday is the next day.
That's nice.
So we went out the Thursday night to have a few beers and planning like a evening. And like late night, I got like 10, 15 missed calls from a number. I don't know. I didn't save on my phone. So I phoned back, and it was Robbie Fleck.
And
I was like, "Hey coach, what's up?" And he's like, "Yeah, what are you doing?" And I'm
in bed, coach.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm training. I'm in gym. Yeah, bro. And he's like, "Yeah, but you have to be ready. You're playing in 2 days' time against the Blues." And I was like, "Yeah."
What a first game as well.
Yeah. Walked out, and I just told my chum, like, "Listen, dudes, I just got the phone call.
Gotta go."
So I went straight out of the pub, like, to the gym, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was quite funny, bro.
That's the stuff that you'll tell your kids one day, and they'll be like, "You're crazy."
Yeah, that was nothing cool though.
So we're just gonna play a couple games and then a Q&A at the end. So I just thought we're gonna play. So the first game, I think it's gonna be pretty cool and funny. So it's a game of who is and why, Stormers edition. So just a little brief explanation about the game. It's So I'm going to ask you who is, so like, for example, who is the party animal? And then you'll say, you know, like someone, and then like a small explanation of why. Okay. So let's go. So who's the worst dressed?
I think Ben Jason Dixon.
And why? Is it pluckies or is it?
You know that Springbok T-shirts everyone like got before the World Cup.
Yeah.
He just wears that all the time.
But he's bought before, so it's like.
Yeah, that's cool. But I think another player. I don't think it's because I think he can dress well, but he just doesn't care. Is John Luke.
Oh really?
He doesn't care what he's wearing.
That's awesome. I like guys like that. Huh? You just sit on anything, go out. And then, so who is the hard worker?
I think everyone will agree and say it's Peter Steff.
Yeah,
but
like three lungs.
Yeah, he plays for like 4 people on the field. But I think another guy I have to mention is like Nama.
Yeah.
Nama, who's at Ikes as well.
Yeah.
He works hard too.
Awesome.
He moves. Yeah.
So would they? What makes them work hard? Is it like preparation, or is it just on the field they just flip and don't give up?
Yeah, really, I think they just don't give up. Really. Like they just have it. They don't get tired. It doesn't look like they get tired at all. Just keep on running, keep on tackling, keep on rucking.
Yeah.
And after training, that they're still doing extra, still tackling. It's crazy. Yeah.
Last of the paddock.
Yeah.
Who is the funny man? You can't say yourself, huh?
Cornell Smith.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy, really.
Bishop's boy. Yeah, Bishop's boy. I don't know him, but I mean, I watched him.
Yeah. No, he's a laugh.
He's a laugh.
Yeah.
And yourself, obviously.
Thanks.
Who is the player's player? So like the player everyone likes.
Bro, definitely Skara.
Really? Is he quality?
Everywhere, everyone loves it. Everywhere we go, everyone just wants to take photos with him, just chat with him. Yeah, he's a nice guy, bro. Everyone loves him.
Yeah. And you say everyone wants to take photos. Have you had any like weird experiences with someone coming up and asking for a photo, or has it been pretty chill? People understood, or is it like very?
No, for me it's quite chill, bro. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
But actually, was once I took a mate of mine to Newlands and he watched the game, and he was also like wearing. I gave him like a jacket to wear, and I think there were more people coming to him asking him for photo than asking me, and he didn't even play, bro.
That's incredible. And then, so you mentioned Peter Steff was the hard worker, but so who is hard as nails? So who's just like,
dude.
Yo, I won't lie.
Yeah.
He does look like he's
it's not lucky to play against him, man.
What is it like studs like raking or what? Is he just hard?
Bro, he's just hard, bro. That legs, he can't get him down. Get him down. It's a bit of a fuck, so it's good.
Aggressive in contact as well, I assume.
Yeah, he's aggressive, and he's quicker.
Really?
Yeah, he's quicker.
And who is the hot stepper? So not in like stepping, but who's the best dancer? So if you have a social, whatever, who's always up first dancing?
Dylan Lights.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dylan Lights, yeah, Bella Sinatra.
I see that.
Yeah, they love it, really. In the change room, before the games, after the games, sometimes even on the training field.
Are they so before games? Are they dancing together?
No, yeah, they're dancing, bro, all the time. They have that weird music they listen to.
And so last one, who's the man with the voice? So again, at a team social, say at a karaoke event, who's going to be the guy that shoots straight up and takes the mic off the host?
Bro, I don't know if you watched that video, the Johnny Click song we made.
Yes.
Yeah. So are you talking about singers or what
Yeah, singers.
Yeah, Jamie Roberts, bro. Had a good
No,
voice.
you lie. But that guy can do everything. He's a flipping
No, he's
doctor,
good.
a rugby player.
He's a doctor, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's it been like having him in the setup?
It's cool though. He's a very cool dude. Obviously very clever and knows a lot about the rugby. So
yeah,
for like our younger players, it was cool to see what he brings to the table. Yeah.
And do you
think
that? Yeah, he flipping looks like a beast. And have you noticed anything? So like, have you definitely grown from having him in the side as a young guy, or yeah?
So I didn't like have a lot of one-on-one time with him.
Yeah.
He worked more with the centers and fly-offs and so. But but he helped me a lot on defense. You know, just checking certain scenarios and what to do. And, So
that's awesome.
And he loves the dog.
He's gonna join now. There we go. That's nice. Philly.
I like it, brother.
Are you Paul?
How's it going?
Yes, it's a nice cut.
You like this cut, huh?
That JM's work, or what?
Yeah, man. She put shaver to head. Yeah, I see Polky's also nursing.
Not the buzzer.
Yeah, man. We've got to try to stay relevant.
So, Phil, thanks for coming on.
Lekker.
I explained to the guys at home how I met Paul at your and Jean-Marie's wedding. So you're going to run this next game for us, a game called Think Fast. So Phil's going to ask you a series of 7 questions, completely random, no right or wrong answer. Just the first answer that comes to your head. And yeah, so Phil, if you want to shoot, and if you can't answer a question, just say pass, okay?
Yeah, cool.
Lekker, the floor is yours.
Just before we start, just on the wedding story, Paul nearly ruined my wedding night by making a bunch of the kills that I was a bit unfit on, but I'm glad you had a good time and you guys had fun. Polky, I've got a couple of questions here for you, brother. You must just try to answer them. If you can't, we can pass. ESDN is, what's in your pocket?
I don't have pockets.
No pockets on you? Cool. What's your secret talent? Polky's quite humble, so it'll still be hard for him. Secret talent, nobody knows about it, eh?
No, you wouldn't. No secret talent.
We pass it.
We're going to pass
Skateboarding.
Yeah?
Okay.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that one?
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. Polky looks like skateboard. Okay. Who took my bike helmet? You don't know that one, eh? Okay, we pass. Make up a name for a song.
What did you say, Phil?
Make up a name for a song. Any song, any name.
Dude, jy gooi my bietjie diep kant hierso.
Bro, hierdie vraag is maar, daar is die antwoord nie. Jy moet maar...
There's no right or wrong answer. Toot or Scooter or what?
Toot or Scooter is a great song.
Toot or Scooter is eintlik too.
Okay, we got one more, yeah? Why are you scared?
Of the dark. It's dark.
All right, I reckon that's the questions there. Polky, you've done well there, brother.
Those are quality. So Phil, just now that we have you on the line here, you and Paul obviously had Boys High together in 2014 and played a bit of first side there. Do you guys just want to share some fun memories of playing in the first side? Any fun memories? I know you guys went to Japan. I know you guys were all those highly attended schoolboy games. So you're going to take the floor there.
Yeah, I can start and then Paul can weigh in. Paul obviously had a lot more experience there in the first side than I did, but no, we had a lot of fun. Our best memories actually was off the field, to be honest. We enjoyed spending time together, the bus rides and the talking nonsense off the field. That's where we flourished. One of my favorite memories with Paul was actually in under 16. We went to Otaniqua and we played against their so-called dream team. I don't know if Paul remembers that game, but we played against their dream team, and those always used to give us hidings. They gave everybody hidings, to be honest, and they were big ugly mothers. You know what I'm saying? Myself and Paul actually quite good looking for guys.
Yeah, good looking chaps.
We try, but those guys, ugly mothers, they played good rugby, and so we went over there to the Quachas and we joined under 16 there, and it was windy. The conditions were shocking, just hard rugby that day. And then with like 10 minutes to go, it's still 0-0, and then we had a 5-meter scrum, just from the line, and it wasn't common practice for. I was playing 8 that day, and normally we would Poland with their magic with the back line, but he just tuned. I said I was keen to have a crack at the line, and Polky said no. Well, then you got to go for it.
No, Phil, we want to win this one, eh?
No, he said he begged me not to, but I thought no, let me go for it. And then it was short, so I managed to crash over, and then Paul jumped on and celebrated. And then I actually remember seeing my dad celebrating on the side as well. And then I thought Richard Fasaki, who was the then head of discipline, and he gave us all quite a few hidings. I thought he was going to give my dad a hiding that day. It was a close call. That was a quick memory. And then also Japan. I don't know if Paul has any KIF memories from Japan. I think he was injured during that time.
Yeah, I did. I remember that try scored against Otaniqua because Fasaki gave us a bit of moeilikheid after that celebration. Yeah, I was like jumping on you.
Let the boys play. Fasaki, like, come on.
That was the deal.
But yeah, Japan was lekker. I broke my thumb the first game. I was a water boy for the rest of the tournament.
You're just there for the socials.
Yeah, it wasn't going. There was a lot of socials.
And chatting to the birds, man. There was
It's classic Paul.
There was a girls' sevens tournament going on there.
Yeah.
Geez, that's not cock.
Yeah.
No, not cock on that side. So Polky and the boys they were shafting there. We were a bit unlucky because when I was playing in matric first side, Paul was often injured. So the one big game that we probably needed Paul was Grey College. And we actually had Bradley Thane, who played 9 that day, and he's quality rugby player, very good. I think he's played at the Lions now. Also very lacquer oak. He was jawling 9 that day, but as a grade 11, it can also be tough to adjust and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we often missed each other. The one game I do remember us jawling together was against the Donkeys, Drost Day, and Paul had a great game that day. I actually went through the album. The Boys High Facebook album, just looking through photos because I was hoping to find a photo where we were both in one, but unfortunately it was all just photos of me looking tired and Paul running with the ball. So
I think we lost that game, eh?
Or Phil on the bench.
Huh? Phil?
Yeah.
Did we lose that game
against Drost Day? No, I think we won that one, but it was tight. It was a tight one. Did you play against Weinberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing.
You got N1 fever against Weinberg.
Yeah, Weinberg had this. Everybody just kept telling me about this big number 8 because Weinberg was the first game we played coming back from Japan. Yeah, and they were just talking about this guy Keegan Tim. I think is.
We won them quite far, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a good game there, and we jawed. But Paul, maybe you can tell us a bit about our first team was like. Because you jawed in grade 11 already. I mean, you played inter-schools in grade 11 the first side, eh? What was that like?
Oh, it was cool, though. Remember grade 11 was that year where they tuned us that the whole first team is playing second team.
Yeah.
I think our second team almost lost every game by like 60 or 70 points.
Yeah.
Phil, didn't you play second team?
I came up later.
You guys got like 90 against Grey.
I wasn't in that team yet. I played Chiefs against Grey. You know what I'm saying? I had to protect myself there, and then I came up later on, but we still got hidings. But then it was weird. They dropped a bunch of the first team guys, and they played Seki. So I was playing second team with some Oaks who were playing Craven Week. It's weird.
Yeah,
was this for inter-schools?
We played. We had trials in the middle of the season because like the the team didn't gel and didn't play like a. So they said, "Yo, we have to make a change there." So we play like trials after Wildeklaver, and they chose like a whole new team.
Yeah.
So everyone at school was tuning us and telling us, the first team is actually playing second team because they dropped like 6 Scrum Week players.
Yeah.
But the second team didn't manage to win one game.
Yeah. I remember it was weird. The chemistry was off. But after that, you guys started gelling. I mean,
we played lekker, but we also lost the big games. We lost Grey. I think we beat Paarl Boys. We lost Gim. We lost Outeniqua.
Yeah.
But it was lekker. It's cool.
The best thing that happened to Boys High was our year group leaving. I think
yeah, because then they had like 6 years of unbeaten or something. Yeah.
Yeah, then they just went for it. It's the Murat and those guys. They all kind of.
We never experienced one inter-schools win.
What?
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah.
But Phil, if I'm correct, you were injured just before inter-schools. Hey, what going through your mind? I mean, like as a young 18-year-old, Philip could see a bull. How did you take that? It obviously must have been a bit tough, but mentally, how was that?
Yeah. So what happened was with me was I was playing. Listen, there was always good competition with the loosies, some brilliant loose forwards in our year and even the year under us. So it was always lack of competition, and I had to push myself. I actually met Paul. Funny enough, I met Paul when I was 13 already, jawling cricket. He was playing for Eversdal, and Paul's. If he hasn't said, he's also a good cricketer. So he was jawling for Eversdal.
That's your secret talent, that and skateboarding.
No, it's not a secret, man. We knew Paul was good at cricket. So we were joining under 13, and I actually met them there, but I didn't know who they were. And then we got to grade 8, and then Paul, he remembered. He was like, "No, bro, I've met you before," because I was obviously a crud back at the game or whatever. Like, no, I remember this guy. But coming from Alcana, I wasn't playing rugby at Alcana. I was playing a bit of club rugby at Milnerton. And Unimall, and I enjoyed the rugby. And my dad obviously was like, "Well, let's give it a go." And then as soon as I got to Boys High, it was like small fish in a huge pond. So I got there. It was a big shock. I mean, I was jawling under 14 Cs with Mr. Jan Morstedt, brilliant rugby coach. I enjoyed my time under Jan. And then I got a couple of good. I had a couple of good games and managed to make my way up to the Bs, jawled a bit of rugby there. And then every year there was new challenges and new obstacles that we had to overcome. But in that matric year, I started the year off not in great form. My head wasn't in the right place. And then Japan was actually the best thing that could have happened. The games that I jawled in Japan, I managed to find form. And it was also lucky for me that we played against guys who were like 3 foot tall and weighed about 14 kilos. So I could run rampant there. Yeah,
played a bunch of Robbie Gillettes or what?
No, don't cut yourself short there. No. So it was just a bit. It was the games we did. So I managed to find a bit of form, and then I came back, and then I got opportunity in the side, and I played a couple of good games. And it was 2 weeks before inter-schools. I hurt my shoulder, my right shoulder, but I was trying to ignore it. So then I actually played another game against a touring team with like an obscene amount of padding and strapping on my shoulder, trying to make it through. But I was just so hesitant to hit because it was my right shoulder, and obviously what Erasmus used to tell us as a Lucy's was just, we've got a couple of jobs, and stopping momentum was one of the big ones. So if we couldn't hit hard to stop any of their ball carriers, we were pretty much useless. So I was trying to do it, but I couldn't. So then Meneer Creer Janus, who was our kind of a physio, but just also a lacquer oak, pulled me off at half time and just said, "Bugger, you're playing like crap. You're not doing anything. So we can't use you." And then I went to the doctor, and they saw that there was like a green stick fracture in my shoulder. So then, we had to phone Sean. But luckily they were very cool in the fact that they still kept me very involved. Like in the night before the supper we had at the clubhouse, I could be at that, which was very nice. And then I could be on the sidelines carrying on water for the game. So to be there for the guys during that was special for me. happy that I could do that. But yeah, it's obviously disheartening. That's the game you want to draw. Luckily, I could be at Forest Street for a couple of the other years in high school, and then obviously with the second team in matric. But I mean in grade 11. But like Paul said, it wasn't Lekker running for the second team that year, so we got a hiding and yeah. But it was one of those things. It's tough in the moment, but looking back, I cherish the people that I met and the experiences that I had off the field. I mean, Paul and I haven't seen each other lots, but it was a no-brainer for me to invite him to my wedding and to have him be a part of that. And yeah, it's the friendships that you build at rugby that I think rugby was great for. And we enjoy joining together on the field, but really the relationships we built off the field, that was the best for me.
Yeah. It's weird because Paul just told me now, I was chatting and he said, no, it was horrible to play with full. It was just like knock it on, and yeah, it was quite a soft oak.
I thought he would protect my reputation a bit better, but listen, if he did call the shots, and we had a lekker relationship there. Whenever we played 8-9, he always used to tell me what to do, and whenever I listened to him, things would go well. Whenever I went rogue, that's when things normally didn't go too well.
Lekker. And then, so Paul, you played in the fight in your matric inter-schools there, and you guys lost.
Yes.
So
yeah, we lost both years. So.
Yeah. So when you watch, so for me, when I watch it on TV, it's more like damn, these guys have pretty much just lost the biggest game of their life or whatever. Is it like that after the game where you guys gutted, or is it like, okay, it's just a game of 70 minutes at school and you guys forget about it and enjoy what the occasion is, or is it actually like, okay, this is gutting?
My grade 11 year, it felt more like we just wanted to enjoy the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think we lost with 1 or 2 points, but we scored more tries than him. And after the game, the guys didn't like look and feel so sad, felt so sad. And we still had a few beers after the game. It was that was alright, but it was different to matric.
Yeah.
Because it was the first year Shawnee Rasmus came, and I think he I think they told him it was like he made it a very big deal. But it was his first year, and I think he just wanted to like win inter schools.
Yeah.
And it was actually it was bad. Like when we came in the change room after the game, there was like champagne bottles standing there, ready to be popped, and we lost, bro.
Yeah.
So he just took it and put it away, like
Yeah, so it must be, especially as a youngster, it's tough.
Yeah, I think they make it a big, too big of a deal. But it's intense. So
yeah, I hear you.
And there's
like 30,000 people.
How many is that?
I think like 30,000 people who are watching that game.
That's
live.
Insane.
There's huge pressure.
16, 17 year olds,
Yeah, and our group as well. I mean, like Paul mentioned, we got there in grade 8, and those guys were our heroes, and I think they drew the game, the first team game. And in grade 9, 10, 11 were losses. So we were like, are we gonna rectify this thing? Are we gonna turn it around? And we backed ourselves. We had great talent on the field, but those games, like rugby, anything can happen on the day. But I think Paul's right when he says like there's a lot of pressure on it. It shouldn't clap you that hard if you lose a rugby game as a 17 or 18-year-old. You almost walk out of there like with a little less will to do anything. It shouldn't be like that. I think there should be more fun, but I think the game is getting. I mean, Paul will have way more insight than me, but I think the game is getting quite professional. So even on school level, it's hard to balance it.
Yeah, I think even as a coach, I mean, for someone like the boys I coach now, I'm not sure it was Sean, but not anymore. But I think the message should just be like just enjoy the occasion rather than beat yourself up, because you're not gonna change the result at the end of it. I think just enjoy the occasion. If you're over 18, have a couple of beers. Anyway, Paul, thanks so much for coming on, bro. It's been lekker, and I think it's added a different flavor to the episode. So thank you very much, and we'll catch up, play a bit of FIFA later. Paul said Paul said when his younger brother gets his Xbox back to the house, then we're gonna draw some Fortnite. So that's a plan.
I'm very keen. Gents, thank you. It's a pleasure, Paulkie.
Yes,
I'll see you guys soon.
Like a shot, Paul. So there we go. I hope that was a little bit of a surprise for you. I know you haven't. When last did you see Phil? Was it at the wedding or?
At the wedding, bro.
Sure. So that brings us to the end of the interview.